of support for political parties across the spectrum.
Yes, I think that's right. You know, at some point in a not too distant future, we are going to get a government in Greece who are going to utterly reject austerity in a way that will make the break between the two happen. The differences will become irreconcilable. Greece is going to leave the euro. I can't tell you when that's going to be. My guess is it'll be in 2012. And I would think if we come back in 2 or 3 years and have this conversation, the eurozone will look completely different. It will in effect become a Northern Europe greater Deutschmark zone.
Wow, and you say you do believe Greece will exit the Eurozone, but you don't have a timeline. Is there anything that you would pinpoint that you think would be a turning point, or are we seeing it now?
Listen, if I had a timeline on when Greece leaves the euro, I wouldn't be talking to you. I'd be down at the local bookmakers putting my money on. You know, you can never predict when these things are going to happen. I mean, you know, sorry, trouble with the earpiece. You know, I mean, you know, it was obvious that the Berlin Wall would fall, but who could tell on which day it would happen? This Eurozone project is a total and utter disaster. It is coming to an end. I know it's coming to an end. I was on my own saying that in this Parliament 4 or 5 years ago. I tell you what, there aren't so many people laughing at me now.
And you know, I do want to get to the rising support you've seen within the UK too, but first, you mentioned the Berlin Wall. Earlier, you talked about German elections in 1932. Yeah. You compared these Greek elections to those. Now, of course, in German elections in 1932, the Nazi Party, that was the first time that they gained the largest amount. They became the largest party in Parliament. In your speech today, you said in the European Parliament, you also said that in this interview, that we could see the rebirth of National Socialism in Europe now. Is this because you're concerned about the vote that we've seen go to the neo-Nazi Golden Dawn Party in Greece, winning them seats for the first time ever in Greek Parliament? They got 21 out of the 300 seats.
Yeah. I mean, look, there is an upside to voters rejecting the failed parties that have given them Europe, that have given them the Eurozone. There is a huge upside to it, but there's a downside too. And I mean, this Golden Dawn party that have got all of these votes in Greece are frankly, there's no avoiding it. This is a neo-Nazi party and a very dangerous party. And one of the ironies of the European project is that the project that was set up to make us all love each other is actually beginning to make us hate each other. And the Greeks now slag off the Germans, and they have cartoons of Angela Merkel wearing swastikas, and the German tabloid newspapers like Bild say the Greeks are all lazy, feckless and useless, and far from Europe coming together, Europe is being torn apart, and we are risking stirring up the very kind of nationalisms that the project was supposed to stop in the first place. I mean, look, communism was like this. Communism was supposed to make the world a fairer place, and you finished up with a brand new class system in Soviet Russia where the party members had even greater rights than the aristocracy that had gone before them. It is the law of unintended consequences.
We'll have more with Nigel Farage after the break.